And we do want to bring you some breaking news. This is out of Louisville, Kentucky, and you're taking a live look of a bridge right there, a rescue happening right now. You can see a big rig, a semi, just really hanging off the edge of this bridge as rescue crews are also there. And again, we are being told that this is a rescue attempt. And this is a live look of that semi truck really just teetering on the edge of the bridge. You can see the railing has been stripped away. In fact, the front part of the truck dangling over the water there. And you can see that there are some rescue crews who are hanging from a crane right there. And it does appear that one person is being rescued perhaps by the emergency responder. But again, this is a live look from Louisville, Kentucky, as a rescue is happening right now with a semi-truck hanging over the bridge. And again, we are continuing to receive information as we get it, but we do want to bring you this look raw, live, and unfiltered as a rescue is happening now in Louisville, Kentucky. You can see that the semi-truck just barreled through the railing right there, just smashing it, and the carriage of the semi-truck where the driver is sitting or was sitting is dangling over the water right there. So we do want to bring you these live images as it does appear that an emergency responder, a rescue crew, is being hoisted by one of the ladder trucks on this fire truck right there, and they are holding a second individual. It's not yet clear whether that second individual is the driver of this semi, but you can see that they are being pulled up very slowly, very carefully by that ladder truck right there. And again, you can see the crews really just working right now to slowly bring them to safety. You can see that one person is clutching what appears to be an emergency responder with the yellow helmet right there as they continue to dangle over the water. And you can see they are slowly being hoisted up. And of course, the overall goal is to get this individual and the emergency crew member to safety. As you can see, some firefighters on the left-hand side of your screen, they are really working with these ropes right here to make sure that they are being pulled safely over the railing. You can see that one of the emergency responders has grabbed the leg of perhaps the person who was rescued, making sure that they are safe. And again, crews are working very slowly, very diligently to make sure that these individuals are brought safely to the ground. But again, this is some breaking news happening right now out of Louisville, Kentucky, as a rescue is underway. And you can see that right now, both individuals are being brought to the ground very carefully right there. And in fact, a stretcher is being wheeled in to take this person away, obviously perhaps needing medical condition and medical attention. And you can see some clapping right there, some applause, as some very tense moments on this bridge in Louisville, Kentucky, as an individual was rescued after a semi-truck somehow. And again, we are still getting the details into our live now from Fox Newsroom, but somehow a semi-truck crashed through the railing of this bridge, dangling precariously over the water right there. But this does appear to be a successful rescue as the camera now pans out, giving you a better view of exactly what this scene looks like there. And you can see that large semi-truck on the left-hand side of your screen dangling precariously, somehow just driving through the railing on this bridge that is over water. And in fact, the very area where the driver was hanging, dangling over that water. So again, we saw here just moments ago where possibly the driver, again, we don't know exactly, was being rescued, and that driver now possibly being loaded onto a stretcher right there as that individual is being taken away by emergency responders to make sure that they are okay. And again, you can see this is a live look of that person on the stretcher right there as they are being wheeled away making sure that they haven't suffered any injuries after apparently the semi-truck that they were in somehow drove through the railing on this bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. And again, you can see that that person being wheeled away in the stretcher. Some good news, though, because it does appear that this person is on the phone dialing someone. And so we can see that this person is well enough to do that, which is terrific news because, again, some very frightening moments here on this bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. And you can see the ambulance right there. The Louisville Emergency Management Services. You can see a large number of trucks right there as they are now loading this individual into that ambulance, just making sure that the person there is okay. So again, here on Live Now from Fox, time right now is 12:47 Eastern, 9:47 Pacific. We are bringing you some breaking news out of Louisville, Kentucky, after a semi-truck drove through the railing on this bridge right here. And again, this is a bridge that is over water. And in fact, the driver's carriage of that semi-truck dangling over the water. So again, we were seeing just moments ago how an emergency responder was on a rope of some sort and managed to grab that person who is now being loaded into the ambulance right there, grab them to safety, and they managed to pull that person onto the bridge. So again, some breaking news out of Louisville, Kentucky. This is a larger look. And again, we are bringing this to you live, raw, and unfiltered. And you can see this camera right there. This really gives you a better perspective in terms of the environment all of this was happening. This is a very large bridge over water, and somehow you can see in the distance that white semi-truck dangling over the water. In fact, a boat is now going closer to that semi-truck right there, but you can see the large amount of emergency responses as there was a rescue of one individual from that semi-truck right there. It was successful. We did see that person being able to dial a phone, move their hands. That person was conscious. So all good news after that semi-truck continues to dangle from this bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. So some very good news right here as we were seeing it all unfold live, raw, and unfiltered as this person was being hoisted up by that fire truck ladder and that crane. And again, this is a live look from courtesy of WDRB out of Louisville, Kentucky. So again, you can see just how long this bridge was. And you can see that semi-truck, as the camera continues to zoom in, this is exactly what it looks like right now. What happened again, we do not know. We are still working to gather information as this is a breaking news situation, very fluid. We are gathering pieces of information, but now the camera has zoomed in and take a look at this. Some frightening moments right there as this semi-truck, and again, this scene is still happening right now. The emergency is still happening because while the driver of this semi-truck was rescued, now the truck needs to be taken safely back onto ground. And these trucks, as you can imagine, are incredibly heavy. And so now the concern shifts to how do we safely remove this truck from the bridge? It's in a very precarious situation, hanging over the edge. Again, these semi-trucks are incredibly heavy. You can see the railing has just been torn apart with just the sheer motion of the semi-truck as it barreled through right there. But again, now the emergency pivots from rescuing the driver, who now is safely on land. And we saw that driver being taken away by ambulance, but that person was conscious. That person was able to move. So very good news there. But again, now the breaking news turns to what do we do with the truck? And again, that is something that will likely take hours as no traffic is getting through this bridge right here out of Louisville, Kentucky. So we do want to bring you that breaking news as we see it. We are going to continue to follow this breaking news as it develops. But again, if you're just joining us here in Live Now from Fox, we are very happy to report that one person was successfully rescued after this semi-truck just barreled through the railings right there on this bridge in Louisville, Kentucky. And you saw that individual being hoisted up, being taken onto land, being taken from a stretcher into an ambulance, but they were awake, they were conscious, and they were moving. And so now the breaking news emergency shifts to how do we safely remove this truck from the bridge?